right. Welcome to another Hustle with Drew live. We got about 20 minutes here. Not the longest live, but I'm going to try to make this one as informative, jam-packed with information as possible. So today's topic is simple, very broad topic. How to make money with your photo booth rental business. And I want to drop some gems. There's so many different ways to make money. There's so many different types of rentals. When I say types of rentals, I mean what goes into it. There's the pickup, right? And I think everyone should try to have a more broader perspective. But a pickup is where a customer can come to you to pick up equipment. And it doesn't need to just be the photo booth. Look, if you guys have beautiful backdrops, like the ones we sell, these are premium backdrops. You guys can rent these by themselves. So you don't have to just be a photo booth owner. You can also be a backdrop rental owner. Because backdrops aren't just for photo booths. I know it's crazy, but there are people that will rent from us one of these backdrops to put behind a dessert table. Maybe sometimes they want a step and repeat. So like you guys should be promoting and renting out everything. Alicia, what's up? Carla, hello from Las Vegas. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. W in the chat for the first two people here, Alicia and Carla. So look, you can do the pickup. Customers can come to you, pick up the equipment. They do all of the work. In return, they get a better deal, right? Why not have a lower rental for something, a lower price rental for something that takes less of your time? And business owners, we need to not only be concerned with how much money we're making, we should also be concerned of how much time are we spending. And I hate sounding like that freaking guru that's online that's saying your time is money, this and that. I don't know if it's time is money, but time is the most valuable thing that we have. And as photo booth owners, if you are maxed out with your time, meaning you've grown your business to the point to where you cannot take more work, you need to start thinking of removing yourself from things that take time so you can use that extra time to make you more money for things that don't take up more time, if that makes sense. So you guys can rent your backdrops out. You can rent your photo booths out to other photo booth owners. You guys, I'm not joking. I think I had maybe 12 or 13 pieces of equipment rented out this weekend to other photo booth owners. And how do you get there? How do you even let other photo booth owners know that you rent out equipment? You make friends. You start relationships. You start sending messages. Hey, I'm local here. If you ever need anything, let me know. Or if you ever want to rent like an extra piece of equipment if you get overbooked. So like always be looking to make the most amount of money. I leave $0 on the table. I'm telling you guys, I want to make every single dollar that I can. And that's why we started the pickup. Next on the list, another ways to make money with your photo booth, doing a drop-off. I filmed a video on this today, so it's going to be edited a little bit later, but the drop-off will allow you to do 10 events, 8 events in a day. If you guys are staying at your events, I'm telling you, you're only going to be able to do maybe 2 events in a day. So, all right. Hey, what's up? Hey, bro, what's going on? Kay, what are your thoughts on a magazine photo booth business? I'm planning to build one and rent out in LA. Yeah, it's a trend. It's a trend that people still like. I always talk about trends like this. In the photo booth business, there's trends. And you can make a lot of money with these trends if you join the trends early and if you do it like the right way. So yeah, you can make money with it. My advice is to make sure you're marketing to the right people, because a photo booth magazine isn't something most people are willing to pay that premium for. And I don't know about UK, but if I'm going to go and make a photo booth magazine, I am going to want to make sure I'm getting paid at least $1,500 to $2,000 to do that. Because that's not just something you can throw in a mid-sized car, right? Most of those things do require like a larger car, and also it takes time. So make sure you're charging a premium. I would also make sure you're marketing to the right actual person. Cindy, happy birthday, King. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, today is my birthday. And I don't know if I want to do it today or tomorrow. I'm thinking of doing like a giveaway, you know? But yeah, appreciate you. What's up, PH? Alicia, Drew, your opinion on Simple Booth. My opinion on Simple Booth, if we're talking about the software, It's okay. It's okay. I used to use it. That was actually before Luma Booth and before Curator. That was the software I was using. Um, it would be in the top 10 software, but it'd be closer to 10, to be honest with you. It's good, but like, I mean, I just don't like the flow of it, if that makes any sense. Like with Luma Booth, I love the flow. I love the process of it. But I don't know. I don't know if I like the support. Let's just say that. That's my opinion there. Steven, happy birthday, Drew. Drop off King. Appreciate you, Steven. Elite 360 photo booth rental. What's up, fam? Hey, Drew, do you charge extra for having to set up a lot of stairs? No. I don't think I don't know if I know a photo booth owner that's charging extra because there's a lot of stairs. Honestly, too, like, if you guys do charge for that, I feel like that should be something you discuss ahead of time. Because if I'm a customer and I'm shopping and I rent a photo booth from a company and then they show up and they're like, hey, there's an extra, we got to charge you extra because of the stairs, I'm going to be kind of pissed off. Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but like if you're going to do charges like that, just make sure it's in your agreements ahead of time. But me personally, I'm going to take it on the chin and just do the stairs. I'm not charging extra for it. Greg, happy birthday. Appreciate you. Rachel, how are you? Good. How are you? Kay, thanks for the advice. We are marketing our services, wedding planners, and corporate planners. Love that. Yeah. So, something like that, Kay, a photo booth magazine cover, this would be a great thing to do one of those shows for. Like, they have the wedding expos or the quinceañera expos. That would be a great product to be at one of those events because you're going to stand out. And I think that the photo booth magazine, like, look, if you're going to have one of those, just make sure you're really showing what it looks like. Because a lot of people I see promoting the photo booth magazine is like, they just show the results, right? They'll just show a photo of someone inside of it, but they're not actually showing the magazine cover, like the whole of it. Because to me, that's the coolest part. It's not the result. It's the fact that it's a huge box you get to walk into. So like that would be something I think has a lot of like wow, like ooh, ah factor on it, Sexy bear. Okay. All right. I'll take that. No, you don't have to charge extra for stairs. You just have to have staff help bring it upstairs. Or we can do it ourselves. Hercules. Look. I mean, it depends. I guess we're talking about what equipment we have, right? I literally just uploaded a video talking about why I think iPad booths are why iPad photo booths are the best. Is like, it's not that big of a deal, right? If you have to carry it up a bunch of stairs, and if you have a decent photo booth, it should break down into parts, and you can just bring it up part by part. It's just one of those things, you guys. Look, let's just take a second. If one of our complaints are us having to go upstairs, we have a really good business. And I swear, this photo booth business is like, there's very few negatives. And like, I love that we're at a point where we're talking about going upstairs and that being an issue, and even considering charging people for that. I love this business. Build that into the price, no extra charge, make it simple. Gotcha. Rachel, good to see you. Glowy, good to see you. Joe Peterson, what's up? Kay, thanks, buddy. Happy birthday. Appreciate you. Yuna, thank you so much. Jovan, what do you think about getting your first booking, and how long do you think it would take to book your first paid job? This is not a question that I have an answer for. Jovan, it can be negative days to get your first booking. I know people that literally come into my store, or they call me, they place an order online to buy a photo booth from me, and they already have their first paid booking. It depends. How the question needs to be, it depends. I've seen people have bookings before they even get their equipment, and I've seen some people wait 8 months to get their first booking. And those people that are taking 8 months, they're not really doing much. So it depends on the person. It really does depend on the person. But on average, if we're talking about averages, from my observation, I'm usually seeing people 1 week to 2 weeks after getting their equipment. So it depends, man. Sir, what's up, Lloyd? Happy birthday, bro. What about magazine cover overlays? Yeah, that too. But again, look, if we're talking about like, okay, so as photo booth owners, we love just to look at the results, right? And that's why I think that video I made did pretty well, where I showed how to make a template, an overlay, so you can achieve the magazine cover look. But in person, you cannot compare. And if you're going heads up with a company that actually has a physical magazine cover versus you just a digital magazine cover, it's going to be really hard to compete with them unless you have a lot lower price. And again, that's why I love the nickname I've given myself, Temu Drew, show you guys how to do it the bootleg way, right? Because I don't want to make, no offense to Kay, but I don't want to have a magazine cover. I don't want to keep that in my house, my garage, my storage. I don't want to make one. I don't want to travel with one. I don't want to set one up. I want simple and efficient, but just know that it's going to be really hard to convince someone to pay you $3,000 or $2,000 for a digital version of that. What kind of comment is this? How are you deep down? Like in my soul? Good. Very good. You know what? If you want to see the best version of me, it's usually on a Monday. Sunday after church, I always feel like rejuvenated and like always like spiritually ready to go, ready to handle what happens in the week. One thing we were talking about in church this weekend was how church is kind of filled with hypocrites, and I feel sometimes I am too, a little bit, and just kind of reminded, like we should never say, oh, I lost all faith in humanity. Like your faith should never be in people. The faith should be towards Jesus. And if we're gonna try to, like, I don't know, man, it was just a really good message this weekend. Like my wife and I were just like after service, we just looked at each other and we're like, God, that was like one of the best ones. Yeah, man, look. I think one of the quotes Buddha said, Buddha. Was it Buddha? It was Buddha. Buddha says, I like your Christ, but I do not like your Christians. And one thing I think I need to remember is like, I need to be more of a follower of Christ. Obviously, like sometimes, we forget like, this is who we are. Christians, short for Christ. And I think, my goal this week is to read the Bible a little bit more and really just kind of, not like study Jesus, but more or less just kind of, okay, let me break this down. And I swear, we'll get back to the photo booth talk really quick. Imagine you have a father, right? And imagine this father of yours you never met, passed away before you were even born. And your father, you never met you never met him, right? However, there is a book that basically shows you exactly how your father wants you to live, a book that can give you everlasting life in heaven, and a book that basically tells you how to be a good person, right? Why wouldn't we memorize that book from beginning to end? Why wouldn't we take that book and read it? And like, that's exactly what I'm kind of reminded this past weekend is like, I know I'm a Christian, but I think I do a poor job at like studying the Bible and really becoming a follower of Jesus, So that's my goal this week is to read the Bible more and really try to understand, like the message that is in that book. Okay. All right. Perfect. Let's keep this show going. Love that. Happy birthday, Drew. Elizabeth and I just priced out our services based on your price breakdown video. It was so helpful. Love that. That makes me super happy. What's up, Wayne? Good to see you. Mosquito Guy, Drew, I have a question. When offering prints at a gig, there's a group of 7 that take a photo. Would you limit the number of prints for that group? So, look, okay, let's just talk about this. Prints. Here's my 2 cents here. If you guys are charging a premium, right, where you're well above the market price and you're promoting unlimited prints, you should give every single person a copy. The way I run my business is we have more affordable, competitive prices, basically meaning lower rates. So we are withholding a lot of things and making customers pay for the extras. So me personally, we're charging our rates for prints, but it's 1 print, either a 4x6 or 2 2x6 per session. And if our customer wants truly unlimited prints, they have to pay us $150 extra an hour. And I can justify this because we're already affordable. So you guys can literally pick and choose what you want to do here, right? Do you want lower prices and then have all of these upgrades, or do you want to just have your package include everything and then you can have a higher rate? Me personally, I love having more affordable rates because it really does help when you're doing your marketing, right? Because a lot of people want just basically shop off price. So the more competitive your rates, in theory, the more leads and stuff you're gonna get. Hey, what's up?
How's the birthday boy?
Good.
I got you some food.
Oh, you got me some food? Is that Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up?
This one's yours.
This one's mine?
Yeah.
Damn.
Don't drop it like last time.
I know, I won't drop it. Love you. Thank you so much.
Love you.
You're the best. Yep, Zeta called me.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, Ivan was on the phone. He sung me happy birthday. It was the cutest thing ever.
He did?
Yeah.
He's so sweet.
Hey everyone, you are on early today. Yeah, man. Yeah, today's my birthday. I just wanted to come in today. I just filmed a quick little video. I wanted to go live here on YouTube, and we have kind of like an interview.
Yeah.
We have an interview today. Someone's coming in to, we're hiring, first of all. I do need help here at the store, and I'm at a stage now with Photo Booth 101. I'm trying to remove myself a little bit more from the business to do the stuff that isn't, I'm basically I'm hiring someone to do the things that are more time consuming. Someone to help pack orders, someone to go take the orders to UPS, someone to do inventory, all of the things that I don't think I have to do where my time is more valuable, going live, making content, helping with the mentor stuff. That I think that's kind of where my time is more valuable. So we're going to interview for that. Hopefully it goes well. After this, we're going to go to Burke Williams for a little spa day, some massages, and then later some Cajun at our house. And that's it. That's a birthday. Where are you located? Hacienda Heights, California. Where do I apply? I think we're not taking any more applications. We already have enough. There's a lot of people that are interested, and I already have a few of those lined up. Sir Lloyd, how do you get to do multiple drop-offs in a day if traffic is bad? I'm here in Queens, New York, and traffic makes it difficult to hit multiple drop-offs. Here's the secret sauce here, you guys. With a drop-off, you need to be asking your clients when they're booking, what time do you want the rental to start? And then when is the earliest we can come to set up? That question there, when can we come to set up, is gonna help. Because if you have 2 drop-offs, let's just say one at 3 and then one at 3:30 that starts, that's kind of difficult, right? But if one of those rentals says you can come at 11 a.m. to drop it off, that gives you a bigger window and you can drop that off, then head to the other one a little bit later. So to me, that's how we do it. And that actually was something my wife implemented. Like she was just like, we need to start asking when's the earliest. And it allowed us to have a larger window to drop off. We did 11 events in one day. And it would have been okay, if we weren't asking that question, when's the earliest we can drop off, instead of just assuming it's 1 hour, we would have better odds of winning the lottery than being able to do 11 events in one day. Cool. Hi. All right, guys, good. So I'm ending the live here, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys later today. Or actually, see you guys tomorrow. Take care.